Hey, you have dropped into my series on the Clifton Strengths, and that's at gallup.com. And essentially, what it is, you take an assessment and it gives you your top 5 strengths. And I believe that's like $25 now, but there are 34 total strengths. So you get a report, it tells you what your top 5 is. Experts will tell you, I guess I'm going to echo it, lean into your top 5 and make those things work for you. And I do like to use ChatGPT for kind of a summary or for a game plan with using my top 5. So go do that. Like once you get your top 5, give it to ChatGPT and be like, hey, so how can I use this to whatever? Build your business, be better in your relationships, travel the world. I don't know. Lean into your strengths. So I wanted to share my top 5 strengths. And I'm not going to probably go deep into them, but these were the results of my Gallup strengths. And before I get into my top 5, I think I always tell people, if you're going to take this assessment, tell the truth, right? If you take an assessment and you answer how you think you're supposed to answer and not how it really is, if you do not tell the truth, you don't get truthful results, right? And yeah, so take the assessment, tell the truth. You'll get your top 5. My report has the top 10, but the top 5 is where is your strongest, and those are the things that you should focus on to, I don't know, for me, find more peace in how you move, find more peace in your movements, to where you're not forcing things. You're not forcing ways of being that is just not natural to you, and really just don't worry about that. I think sometimes we look at other people, and especially people who are stronger in an area than us, and we say to ourselves like, yo, well, why am I not good at that? Like, why can't I be like that? And it's never about being like someone else. It's always about being who you naturally are. And I think that this assessment, and I also use human design in my self-discovery stuff, it's mainly to highlight my own superpowers and to see how I can use those superpowers in building my business, in my marriage, in motherhood. Like, where am I strong? And honestly, where am I weak? And just knowing that. And sometimes it's not about fixing your weaknesses or trying to make those stronger. Oh my God, that sounds exhausting. Yeah, I think it's just knowing where your weaknesses are. And honestly, if you take the assessment and you answer truthfully, immediately you're going to look at your low 5 and say, that makes so much sense. Like, and will you feel shame about it? Maybe, right? Like, there's a few of my low 5 that I feel like I need to be successful. There's only one that I'm actually trying to get better at. I'm not trying to be the best, right? Because being that it's so low in my strengths, I'm just leaving that alone. Like, I'm too old for that. I don't care at this point. As an entrepreneur, those will be my low 5. Those will be the positions that I hire for. And that's just what it is, right? And I will not try to push myself into trying to fix things, as opposed to looking at my top 5 and just staying in those strengths and working out of those strengths every day, so that I'm not burnt out. I'm not exhausted trying to be something that just does not come naturally to me. Again, for me, it's something I would hire for. You can put us in the comments what you would do with your low 5, whether you would try to strengthen those, or whether you would just hire for them or just ignore them and just not pay them any mind. But for me, that's just something I would hire for. And Also, just keep in mind that that's my low 5. That's those are not things that come naturally to me, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just not your thing, and that's cool. Um, but my top 5, I'm gonna put them on the screen. It should be on the screen, but number 1 is deliberative. This just means that I'm just careful with the decisions that I make. Like, I'm very, very careful. It, you know, and I will get into part of Clifton's strengths. With each strength, there's a balcony and there's a basement. The balcony is just when you are in your zone in that strength, and the basement is when you are out of alignment with that strength. So once you get your top 5, I don't know if it's on the website, I'm not for sure, but there's a chart that shows you the balcony of this strength and the basement of this strength. So you'll know that if you're working the strength to your best advantage, or are you at the bottom of that strength, even though it's something strong for you, you're not using it correctly. So that's what a basement is. You're just not using it to your best benefit. And with deliberative, a balcony version of deliberative is getting all the information and having a system of making decision where I'm not stuck in decision all the time. So the basement of that would be I'm just stuck in indecision all the time, and I am very afraid to make a decision, and I'm just going over and over and over, and I'm gathering so much information that at this point nothing has been decided, and which can cause me stress and all kinds of things. So that is the balcony. That is the basement of being deliberative. But deliberative, the strength means that I just take care in making decisions. And then number 2 is learner, I believe. Yeah, number 2 is learner. And that just means I like to learn everything, right? I have 2 degrees right now. I would have 3 or 4 more if I just decided to give up one now. I was like, I learn now for vocation, for the work that I do now, and I learn for fun because I won't stop. Like, I'm one of those people, like, if I look at a school catalog, I'm going to be enrolled in school again. It's kind of ridiculous. So a learner just means that there's a deep desire to learn all the time about everything. I'm curious about everything. So all I do is I like researching. I like finding out new things. It doesn't matter whether it applies to my life or not. It doesn't matter. Like, I watch Animal Planet and I'm learning about animals. I'm never going to anybody's safari, so it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what elephants do. I'm never going near them. So, but it's fun to learn about. And then another strength of mine is my top. This is 3 in my top 5, and it's intellection. And it's just I have long periods of introspection and thinking, and I love to think, and I just love to ponder, and I love to luxuriate in thoughts and thinking. And again, when I do this individual strength, I'll talk about the balcony and the basement of this one, which again, if you're an intellect, this means that you may get lost in your thoughts and there may be no action in your life. And that is the basement of intellection. The balcony of intellection is being in an environment where you can bounce ideas off of other people, where you are including other people, and what you're thinking about, you're actually learning about with other people, and it's kind of like a back and forth thing. And that would be the balcony of that. But again, I'll get into that when I do intellection as an individual strength. And then my 4th is responsibility. It's just I'm the responsible one. Like, if you know, you know. Like, people just rely on you and they think that you have all the answers and you can do all the things. And we'll talk about the balconies and basements of that. And the last one for me, in my top 5, is a relator. And this just means I have very, very close, tight-knit relationships. I do not trust people easily. I don't bring people into my circle easily. You have to work to get near me. I'm just not going to be your friend just because you cute. But yeah, that's Scholar Strengths, and I will be back.